It's time for a new Mentalist review.
Hey everyone, my name is American. Welcome to a brand new review for Mentalist Season 6, Episode 17, titled Silver Wings of Time. Holy moly! There's a lot of stuff that I want to talk about. I want to talk about the thing that happened at the end where who is... But that's not what I'm going to do because I'm a freaking professional. So before we delve into what worked and what didn't work in this episode, let's talk about the story. The FBI and Jane are brought into this case in which there is a death row inmate who has 2 days to live, and Jane has to find out who actually committed the real murder, otherwise this guy's gonna die. But Jane, in his usual clever self, figures out that it was actually the mistress of the husband who killed the wife, and it wasn't the guy. So there you go. Mystery solved. Now enough about the story, let's talk about what worked. Holy crap! Holy crap! That was an amazing case. I mean, for real, legit, amazing case. I did not figure out that it was the wife. I thought it was for sure the husband. I mean, I was like, there's no way that it's not the husband. It was so well put together. I was like, it's totally him. I was like, totally him. I saw the whole time thing, but I did not see that it was the wife. I don't know why, I just didn't freaking see it. So, well done. Loved the case. Loved how it was solved. Loved everything about it. And I like the fact that in this episode, I really felt that Jane was actually engaged in the case, and he was actually kind of the leader. I mean, I know a lot of the time we kind of get the sense that he's sort of like adding and just being a little bit on the side, contributing. But in this case, I felt that everything came from him. I mean, Abbott went to him for advice. The team was like, yeah, whatever Jane says, we'll follow what he says. I mean, the man's gonna run the FBI. I mean, literally, by the end of the season, Jane will run the FBI. And we're in trouble. But you guys know what I want to talk about. I wanted to talk about how Jisbon filled this episode was. I mean, so full of Lisbon and Jane drama and tension and just all kinds of awesomeness that I was like, this was actually a legit Jisbon episode. Between the hints that the relationship between Lisbon and Pike is really, really working, and also we're getting the sense that, Jane is like getting a little bit jealous. I mean, right? I mean, yes! Does he look jealous? It looks jealous, right? I really get the sense that he's jealous. But at the same time, I'm also getting the sense that he's like, you deserve to be happy and I want the best for you. But you also get the sense that he's like, hey, what about me? I mean, honestly, this is the closest we've ever been to Jisbon actually happening. Ever. But anyways, that's what worked in this episode. Let's talk about what didn't work. I'm sorry. I could even say that with a straight face. What didn't work? This was an awesome episode. Nothing didn't work. It was amazing. I loved it. It was a great episode. So basically this all brings us back to my final thoughts. I thought it was one of the best episodes of the season. I mean, I honestly like this episode more than I like the Red John episode. I know, it's weird, because the Red John was such a big deal. You would think, why? Because it was just pure Mentalist meets Jisbon meets everything I like about the Mentalist was in this episode. I loved everything about it, the acting, the emotion, the darkness, the Jisbon, just everything. I loved everything about this episode. So, I gotta say, favorite episode this season, calling it now. That's right. I said it. I've decreed that this was the best episode of the season. But it's just my opinion. You can disagree. But enough about me. What did you think of this episode? Comment below and let me know. And of course, if you like this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you're new, make sure to subscribe to HappyCool. Otherwise, you will not be happy, nor will you be cool. I mean, you might be, but you never know. And I'm glad to say that I will be back next week with a new review for The Mentalist. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye. Do you agree? Was this the best Mentalist episode ever? He agrees.